Hey! Spaceman here. It's time for D&D. Let's do it. Do your thing, Dave.
All right. Welcome to Eastspire. I'm going to move you guys to the map. This is the kind of local area. Each of you have come to the city for various reasons, and a couple of us are actually locals. We've lived here our whole lives.
I don't see the map.
Yeah, you
Oh.
didn't move the
Hold
player
on.
card.
Didn't move the player token.
There we
Here
go.
you guys. Apologies. I'm so used to setting this up, I haven't had to move you guys yet. So each of you guys have been in the city for an indeterminate amount of time. You guys can all kind of choose how long you've been there, but you've been there at least long enough to draw the eye of a couple powerful people. Each of you on this day find an intriguing invitation on your person or nearby. Zach, you kind of get an itch on some of your scales, and you pull out a little invitation. Brent, little kid walks up to you, and he's like, "What's that on your weapon?" And you're about to give your normal spiel about two swords, and you realize, no, there's actually something tied around the handle of one of your swords.
Thanks, kid.
Jeff, you see a hat shop and think that is a really cool thing and start trying on hats. And when you take one of them off, you realize there's an invitation with your name written on it. And you don't know how it got there.
Interesting.
Mike, you are about to pay for some beers, potentially feeling generous today and actually paying for them. When you go to reach into your pocket to get some coins, you find the invitation just hiding in there. Steve, trying some of the local delicacies, you bite into a piece of flatbread, and there is a letter baked into the middle.
Delicious.
Josh, you decided to check out one of the local bookshops, and as you're browsing a couple of the titles, a invitation slides out from between two books. So these invitations are on high quality paper. They're handwritten and with an unadorned wax seal. Inside is written, "You have been selected for a special mission. Please meet me tonight, 8 p.m. at the Blue Scroll on Slate Street. To find it, speak, 'I need something that will get a dragon drunk.' Display this invitation to gain entrance." And it's only signed the letter Y.
Is this an actual question or a code word? Because I too would like something that gets a dragon drunk.
It could be both. At the bottom, because everyone in the party, I think for once, actually knows magic, you see an arcane script, which allows you to read Vivolsh Mirth Zar Suruli, but who in the party can speak Draconic?
Yo.
Only Zach?
I might. Hold on. Nope. Not this time.
All right. So the local dragon, or dragonborn, reads that arcane writing as a drink with new friends, which you might find a little humorous. So, do any of you not go seek out where this bar is?
I'm gonna check this shit out.
Awesome. So now I can move you guys and me to here. All right, so Slate Street is in the Market Ward, surrounded by shops, shadowed alleys, and a couple noisy taverns. The street outside is filled with the scent of incense and exotic spices. Do you guys come at different times, or do you guys want to kind of bump into each other on the street as you all start looking around?
Do we already know each other?
I don't think anyone currently does. If some of you guys want to know each other, you can, but I planned it as you guys are not aware of each other yet.
What about me? I'm a bard. Famous bard.
You're a semi-famous bard.
Quasi.
So we might know of you, but you don't know us. Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
I think once you finally name drop later, your name may sound familiar, but I think at sight, you're just another red-headed dwarf to many people.
Fire-headed dwarf.
Yes. So you guys are kind of milling around Slate Street. Do any of you say the passphrase out loud?
I just start screaming about dragon ale.
I just say I need a beer big enough to get me drunk.
All right, nothing happens to either of you.
I go up to the door. Is it a door I'm supposed to go to? Or an
You
alley?
don't know where you're going yet. You
I'm
just
just-
know there's
Where's
this
the
bar.
ale that gets the dragon drunk?
That was not the passphrase.
I need something
I-
that can get a dragon drunk.
There we go. So you, upon speaking the passphrase, feel a pulse of energy come out of the invitation. And to your eyes only, the stones on the street start to glow slightly, with like little footprints that guide you down to an alleyway between two shops, to what looks like an old, abandoned, and dilapidated building, with a walled archway where a door used to be.
I say, oh, you guys got this message too?
No.
Yes.
That's not.
I rolled
man said that.
deception.
Roll it.
Okay. No.
I do I roll to beat it?
Huh?
You're like literally holding the invitation in front of you at this point.
Yeah, I'm like holding it in front of me. I'm like, no. And I like put it in my pocket or whatever.
I'm gonna roll insight. 17.
I think he's full of shit.
Don't be stupid. I see what you have in your hand.
Whatever. Just don't
So is
cramp
anybody
my
else-
style.
Good talk. Good talk.
So I'm going to fast forward us just to make sure we don't get stalled here. So
Yeah.
you guys eventually say the passphrases so you can see where you're going. As you guys follow the alleyway down, the glow eventually materializes into, hold on, don't want to reveal that. There is a little doorway where the looked like, the stones had fallen in. There's actually a doorway once you get close enough, and it's kind of like an illusion departs. Also, down the other side of the alleyway, you see this dude with the black hood drop down and kind of like saunter over, kind of like knowing where he's going as well.
I'm following them at this point. That's not already.
All right.
So we just have this like group of like 6 dudes like kind of sneakily meandering down this alley.
I'm not
Yeah.
sneaking.
Well, you're
Yeah, I'm
not sneaking.
at
You
it.
guys are all just like, all right, it's about 8. I need to find this place.
I'm
And you're
wearing
like,
an
uh,
extremely flamboyant outfit.
All right. Well, I'm trying to be sneaky, and y'all motherfuckers are loud as fuck.
I walk up to this guy and talk to him.
to the guy in the black.
Yeah.
All
Do I
right.
see him? Is he
Yeah.
trying to be sneaky?
He looks like he was just trying to be inconspicuous to get into the alley. Now that he's in the alley, he doesn't care.
I shout, hail, sneaky, creepy, sneaky guy. What are you doing sneaking into this alley?
Nailed
Hail
it.
Bard. I'm here to gain entrance to the blue scroll. I believe looks like you are as well, as he notes probably your little invitation.
I tell him that, I just heard there was dragon ale.
Something like that. Does anybody go up to the door?
I open the door.
Oh shit.
You can't open the door. The door's locked.
Can't open the door.
Can't
What?
get ye flask.
I walk up and knock on the door.
That's great. So you walk up, you knock. A moment passes, and the wall
What's the
kind of
Elvish
shifts.
word for friend?
Fuck if I
That's
know.
Lord of the Rings reference. So, a moment passes, and then you notice an eye slit now appears in the door, and it slides to the side. And there's a hulking form on the other side, it's kind of eyeing you suspiciously, and it asks, "Got an invitation?"
Yes.
And the
so they
voice
hold
is so
mine up.
deep, like shakes your chest.
Yes.
Of course.
Yep.
And so you guys hold up your invitations, right?
Yep.
All right. So the eyes kind of flick back and forth and like look you guys over, and then all of a sudden it's just like, "Oh, excellent!" Like the voice entirely changes, the head kind of falls back, and then you hear the door like unbolt, and then that reveals. Hold on. Let me get.
Kimdal Basley has an invitation everywhere.
It's like a golden ticket.
Oh man, we're working for Willy Wonka.
Shit.
Sick.
It could be. So this reveals the gnome behind the door. And he kind of ushers you in quickly, looking outside, make sure no one else is really like trying
Oh.
to sneak in behind you guys. You guys slowly kind of filter in, and space inside is unlike anything you've seen before. It's laid out like a bar that nobles might frequent, but various magical sights draw your eye away from the more common architecture of the bar. Lights float through the air, beverages glow and change, and overall the place hums with many magical auras. If anybody want to take a look behind the door?
Yeah, sure, I'll look.
So you take a look behind the door, which is pretty obvious. You see a small set of stairs that leads up to a puppet that the doorman was using to make it look like this giant monster that was behind the door.
It's the simple stuff.
Oh yeah, it's little stuff. It's like, you don't know what that could have done, but it definitely kept the gnome's face directly out of line. So while you're there and you're taking in the sights initially, a young female bartender takes notes of your invitations and that you guys look like you're new. Looks around the bar, and she, offers to guide you guys over to where she thinks you guys are likely being called to, because she knows who sent out the invitation.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not sitting here.
I mean, you can
Follow.
talk to her if you want.
Yep, follow her.
Yeah, we'll just okay.
You
I don't
can
know
follow
what's
her,
going on.
ask her any of the questions or anything.
What?
Ask her name.
Sorry, maybe I misheard that. She came and was like, "Oh, I see you guys have invitations," and then I thought she waved us.
Well, she's
followed.
waving you. I'm just giving you guys an opportunity if you didn't want to just immediately go where she points, if you wanted to talk to her at all.
I ask her where the dragon ale is.
Is it this lady?
I was going to use this one, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Unimportant NPC, but it's just a way to, if you guys want to know anything about the bar, she's probably a good person to ask.
I
They
shake her
have-
hand.
Ale that can get a dragon drunk.
Yeah.
I would like
I have-
one.
I asked her
All
how
right.
long this bar has been here.
Bar's
I
been
asked
here.
her a question.
You ask her. So, the more specific question of how long the bar has been here says the Blue Scroll's been in operation for probably 30 years.
I want to ask her, do you actually have ale that gets a dragon drunk, like literally, or is this a figurative code word thing?
Little of A, little of B. I don't think
Have
any of us have ever actually tried, but we can make you something that'll probably make you pass out with one sip.
Because
I
I
already
want
asked that.
I want proof that this gets a dragon drunk.
And I mean, she's like, it's more or less just a cute phrase that your invitation sender used. But yeah, we could try something if you really wanted to.
Yeah. I want that.
Let's see what we can do. She's kind of like eyeing you like a little weirdly, and like, all right, I don't know how I'm going to prove that I can get a full dragon drunk, but I can definitely get you drunk.
So she ignored me, is what you're saying?
She's going to get you a drink, but she's also trying to get you guys up to your tables, and then she can serve you all at once.
Well, to be fair, I am a Goliath and much louder, so.
I am Gimdal Basley.
She slowly kind of like ushers the group up toward the podium up here by the fireplace.
I guarantee I'm
Oh,
louder
boy.
than you, too.
Don't challenge him.
Yeah.
That was said in both in character and out of character.
Well, out of character, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
disputing that.
And
I'm
realistically,
playing
there's
a
enough
game
room
here.
around this table. But we have a lot of players. So as you approach this, little upper mezzanine that's, a couple steps up, you see a young man of indeterminate features, meaning you can't really tell from a glance where he might be from, but you can tell he's a human. He has medium-length black hair, and he's sitting rather confidently with his feet up on the table. He has a drink on his hand, glowing softly from a metal tankard. He nods a greeting, and he casts his hand for all of you to take a seat. Those who wish to can make a perception check.
Yes, I can perceive things.
I perceive my hands.
Oh, I should be my dude.
And actually, Dave, not to backtrack too much, but
Yeah.
as I was walking by here, I also asked, is this normally how people find out about this place? Through...
It's kind of an exclusive club that we have going on here, so how the sponsors decide to get someone new in is kind of up to them, but I mean, this isn't unheard of.
Okay, so it's by invite only and by invite of existing members kind of thing.
Yeah.
I ask, why was I chosen?
You're going to have to ask him. And she points up to the upper tier. So I got his work. So, I'm going to go off of the fact... Brent, did you roll twice? Or a couple times?
No.
No, that was deception. Okay. So, Lionel, a.k.a. Gary, definitely sees everything. So I'm going to read off that, and that'll be easier. So you notice that he has a staff leaned in the back corner, and that it seems to be soaking in light. Like his shadow, and like, you know, that whole corner is now kind of dimmed. So like when you're walking up to him, he was like kind of in like a veil, like, you know, a shadowy corner. Although up there, you're like, wait, there's a fireplace right here. It shouldn't be that dark. You also notice that his shadow on the wall kind of flickers from the firelight, but it appears even larger than it should be. And then lastly, you also notice there's a little origami dragon on the mantle of the fireplace. And by little, I mean like 7 inches long.
We're adults.
Yeah. All right. He has you all take a seat, and he asks, you know, feel free to order some food and drink. You know, he'll cover the expense.
Oh,
Yeah. So the lady finally comes back up. So, do you guys want a menu of some of their more popular beverages?
yes.
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 All right.
Sure.
So, as you could probably tell by the magical visualizations in front of you, they specialize in pressed digital libations, which are magical beers and other alcohols. These include The Fall of Empire, which is an animated ale of the rise and fall of a city. It can also be made as a cocktail of several powerful alcohols. There's The Deep Depths, which is an ocean-themed drink of hues of blue with dark bottom, with ships on the surface and a sea creature circling menacingly at the bottom of the glass. Celebration, which is an animated nightscape of a city with fireworks. It's made from a mixture of stout and cider. It changes seasons. Drink changes flavor and color 4 times as it is drunk. Alchemist's Secret. She kind of says, you know, generally, you know, we don't tell people about Alchemist's Secret, but it's more of a, essentially like a virgin drink, like, you know, nothing that's alcoholic, but if someone wants to, you know, get the cool animated stuff, they can make something that's not alcoholic. Dwarven Grudge, which you kind of looks at the dwarf. It's a strong whiskey-based drink that shows a feud between 2 dwarven clans. The Dark Tapestry, which is a dark and foreboding ale that shows glimpses of a night sky. And the Tales of Adventure, a creamy, uplifting fortune cookie of beverages, which has a unique little animation each time. They also sport some of the local beverages that are famous throughout the city. So if people wanted something that wasn't magical, they could probably dig something out of the cellar.
I'll take a Dwarven Grudge.
Okay.
Do they have
You
food
have anything
here
that
too?
looks like plants and shit?
Yeah, they have food. So you can order, you know, like various snacks, and they also will do like, you know, soup in a bread bowl type thing.
Give
Can
me
I
a turkey
combine
leg.
orders?
What'd you ask?
Who? Go ahead, Mike.
Can you combine orders?
Of like different drinks?
Like, can I get a drink, a dwarven drink that's full of all sorts of alcohols that tell the rise and fall of a war between 2 dwarven clans fighting a dragon in the middle of the ocean?
Way to be difficult.
She jots down something on a little notepad, and she's like, "All right."
But instead of an ocean, it's a mountain.
She kinda eyes
Instead of a
you.
mountain, it's a boat.
She's
You
like,
know,
I
and
think I
there's
got
like
some-
the little dragon creature swimming at the bottom. That's the worm that you're not supposed to drink.
All right. The guy all in black orders a tale of adventure.
Do you
What
have
about-
any libations that have any plants or animals in them?
We can whip
Not
something.
actually in them, but like scenes of animals and shit.
She thinks she can whip up a special version of the Change of Seasons for you.
Awesome.
Get me the seasonal one and a turkey leg.
Okay.
I need a dozen eggs, a pound of sausage with bacon on it, some spices that would take the tarnish off of a sword, a loaf of toasted bread with your finest jams, and another one of those whiskey dwarven drinks.
Can I get the largest garden salad that you have?
Definitely.
Can
And
I
then
too
hearing
get the
your-
largest garden salad, but instead of salads and vegetables, it's all meat?
She looks at you, she nods, and then she kind of like looks over her shoulder toward the kitchen, and she's like, "Get a dwarven sandwich ready." Like they know exactly what you're about to order, and like they just get it ready.
Make it two.
A dwarven sandwich is a garden salad?
No, it's
All that
what he
stuff
said
he
before,
ordered.
like eggs and bacon and sausage with everything.
Oh, okay.
All right, did anybody else not order that wanted to order?
I quietly ask her for a alchemist secret.
Okay,
You get a Four Seasons and a soup and bread bowl.
sure. So she goes off. You know, you see the people behind the bar kind of mixing up a bunch of actual alcohols like you would see at a normal bar, kind of making cocktails and other stuff, but you also see them starting to infuse them with magic. Most of the glasses are glass, which is a little rare, but they show, you know, you can see through them to see all these effects. Your mysterious, you know, person who invited you here is kind of just sitting back and like waiting for you guys to get your drinks. He's not really saying much. The drinks finally come back. And I'm going to try to remember these because I totally didn't write down what people did.
Just we got our stuff. It's fine.
Just stuff. I was going to note that Mike's drink comes back in like a fishbowl-sized glass, and it is as close as they could approximate. So there's a bunch of dwarves fighting on the shore of a mountain in front of a great ocean, and then down deep in the bottom of it, there's like a, you know, some sort of aquatic creature menacingly slurking back and forth out of the shadows.
Do they end up fighting the dragon at some point? The water creature?
You're at the drink it to find out.
That
a lot of
was
these
integral.
Drink.
I immediately begin consuming my drink.
Okay. And you see things kind of animate as you drink, where there are battles going on, and like top of the mountain bursts open in flame, and a dragon flies out, comes down and lays waste to some of the dwarven army, and then the two armies kind of join forces and fight off the dragon.
Seems like a distraction that we need to like listen to the guy talk rather than look at our drinks, but okay.
This
No,
is
it's definitely
fascinating.
like that's why he's being quiet, and he's like, they're gonna enjoy the novelty of this, and so he's waiting until you guys are like, all right, you've had your drink, you've had a snack, you ready?
This is some weird shit.
Yeah, but
Do I,
that's
do I see anything as I drink the Four Seasons one?
So you see, it's more the flavor changes, which is weird for this one. Like everyone, like most people's drinks are going to stay the same, consistent kind of like cocktail or beer flavor. Yours kind of changes as it goes for like each quarter. So like winter is like something dark and hearty, and then spring is something like light and florally, and summer is something with maybe a hint of citrus, and then fall's got a lot of spice and like autumn.
Pumpkin.
I spit it out when it gets to pumpkin spice.
Not just pumpkin spice, but all right.
Question for you, Dave. Is he glowing?
The guy in the corner?
Yeah.
He's not actively glowing now.
Okay.
So he sees you guys kind of finishing up your drinks and your food, and he appreciates you guys weren't drilling him while you got your drinks and stuff.
Play music in tune with my drink.
Okay. So he finally introduces himself, only as Yuto. Y-U-T-O, for anyone that's spelling at home. And he says, I'm new to this city, but I hope to make it my home for some time. One interest I had was to create my own adventuring company, as I think the Inquisitory's leadership is questionable at best. I've had my contacts gather information on exceptional adventurers in the city. However, recent events escalated my desired timeline, and now I must ask for your help sooner than I would have liked. Which he kind of goes off on a tale, where he's spending a couple weeks at the Mages College in the city, and he's, a guest speaker there. He decided to go to their library to copy some spells into his own spell book during some downtime before his lectures. While at the library, he left his workspace for what he swears was only a moment, to come back to a small group running off out of the library with one of his original spell books. Now, he notes to you guys that he's not super concerned because it's encrypted, which most of you probably don't even understand what that word means. But he's like, it's encrypted. They couldn't possibly read it. But he thinks, it's a powerful grimoire nonetheless, and he wants it back in his possession. He figured this is a worthwhile start to his adventuring company, see if you guys can recover the book. He would have gone off and done the investigation himself, but he kind of doesn't want word to get out that his book got stolen. So he's hiring you guys to retrieve the book with the utmost discretion.
And what can you do for us?
He's offering you guys not only positions in his adventuring company, but if you guys can bring back the book, he'll award you each 200 gold.
Why have you chosen me and the others?
Of the contacts that he has in the city, you guys were the most notable, and the ones that were still in the city, and he wanted to try out his adventuring company idea early. So he notes that, it's not every day we have a powerful druid inside a large walled city like this. As he kind of looks you over.
I wave my hand at him and go, "Oh, stop it."
That library, that's the library at the Mages College. Is that generally open to non-college members, or?
And he's like, "Oh, right. Great call there." So he reaches into like a little satchel at his side, and he pulls out like a bunch of little like letters of writ, similar, like, you got invitations to here. Here's some invitations to use the college's library under his guest lecturer's pass, essentially.
Sick.
Okay, so normally it's not open to the
Yeah,
public.
normally no one can just walk in there. He said he gives you a couple other little notes of like things to say to the college's guards, because they do have a hired guard contingent to make sure people don't just come into the Mages College for no apparent reason. And so he gives you guys a couple lines and then says, flash these, they'll be fine. He also notes that going into the library, they have a coat check, but they also want you to check your weapons because they don't want, students sword fighting on the second floor. It was a whole thing.
Someone stuck a whole bunch of fire extinguishers in their pants.
Yeah, like, someone did something stupid once and now no one can have weapons in the library.
Army.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right. You guys can ask him additional questions or try to glean more info about him through...
Why exactly would we want to join your adventurers company?
Well, I think it would be mutually beneficial to both of us. It's kind of sounds like a fun hobby to myself, that running an adventuring company would be great. You will be able to take on wonderful missions and do good around the city while gaining, gainful employment. And he also stakes back that the Inquisitory, the local adventurers guild, is kind of a weird place. You wouldn't talk to them, and he's like, they don't strike me as your everyday adventurers guild.
In order to give us...
What kind of benefits do you offer?
Well, Mostly gold.
Any health insurance or healing pots or?
I can definitely help outfit you, and with the Cathedral of Faiths in town, I'm pretty sure I could fund, bringing you back to life at least once.
Discounted weapons?
I'm no armory, but we can see what we can do.
I ask him if he owns this bar.
I do not.
Who does?
He's not even quite sure. He's like, this bar's been around for 30 years. They have a bunch of different prestidigital libationists that work here. He's like, I don't even know if the proprietor ever comes by.
So where is the drink that gets a dragon drunk?
He's like, I just use that as a passphrase. They keep on claiming they have it, but, I mean, no dragons have shown up for a drink that I know of.
I'm pretty disappointed, honestly.
I'd say I'm pretty close.
So you mentioned this book was encrypted.
Yes.
What kind of book needs that kind of encryption?
Well, most wizards can read each other's spell book with at least some due diligence. I had, not only for space within a spell book, but also for extra security in cases like this, used a sort of magical shorthand to encrypt it, so only myself and those that are used to the cipher can actually decipher the spells.
I just sort of like nudge him, and I'm like, wizards, man.
Whatever.
They're an
Don't care.
unusual bunch.
You seem like a powerful wizard. If I were to join your company, could you help me find some people?
I think I can.
Very well.
Is there a
Discuss.
gift shop at this college?
The specifics with you in private. However, I am willing to at least attempt this mission for you.
If I join with you, will I get to hunt and get paid for it?
Depends on what crops up, but I definitely think, it's in the cards.
I'm one of the Blades of Balinor. We hunt monsters.
I am well aware. Arnault of Northreach.
Ah.
He's like, speaking of which, perhaps you all should introduce yourselves to one another before you go storming off to the library.
Right. We gotta have that awkward getting to know each other phase.
I jump onto the table and blast my bagpipes and start playing them very loudly and flamboyantly. Let me just... Bam! It's a decent performance, I suppose. I play the great dwarven tale of Uruk Thok, the mountain killer.
He killed a mountain?
And then,
I've heard it before.
when I'm finished playing, I bow to the adulations of the bar, clearly.
There's
I
one
say,
guy
I am
clapping.
Gimdal Basley, greatest dwarven bard the land has ever seen.
Just sad that in my head, there's just crickets at that point.
you just slowly step down from the table.
I give him like a golf clap. I'm like,
Well, yay! It's a bard.
All right.
So the other shadowy figure in the back introduces himself as, well, he looks a little pained, like he wants to keep himself kind of hidden, but he's also like, all right, we're going to be working together. I have to go investigate a library. I can't really go in with a mask. So he introduces himself. He's like,
It's those places where you have
this persona, and he kind of looks, casts his hands over himself, kind of like what I got garbed up. Locals know as Shard. I've been a vigilante and a relic hunter around these parts, but my real identity is Ignatius Rothwild. I am the third child of the Rothwild family.
Big Dragonborn in the back. Rise up. I'm Daroth Goldrune, formerly of Clan Goldrune.
Who has history?
everybody.
0. Untrained.
Anybody who wants to can make a history check. Bam.
I don't know jack shit about your clan, man.
Neither do I.
I apparently know everything.
Yeah, so the old tree dude and the paladin that likes knowledge figure out, like, the Golden family hasn't been around for, like, over a century. And we can do with that information whatever you want, but you just kind of note that in your head. You're like, that family doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. The Goliath stands up and he says, he says, I am Thalak Thorncaller Lakamutha, but you may call me by my given title, Thorncaller. I fled at my people a long time ago because we were attacked in our village by what you might call a beholder. I've been wandering the land since then, trying to find anyone left from my clan. And I came to this town and it intrigued me, so I was walking around. Didn't find anything interesting.
Yes.
Until today, apparently.
Yeah.
I stand up. Say, I am a paladin of Orion, god of law and knowledge. I'm here searching for heretics who have stolen from my order.
Brutal. I guess I'll go. Yeah, I stand up. I'm Arnold of Northreach. I'm up with the Blades of Balinor. We're monster hunters. I came here tracking a monster. Because that's what we do. Yeah.
I ask, was it a beholder?
No.
I hate those guys.
I don't think it was Beholder, right, Dave? I don't know what you decided
No.
on. Okay. But yeah, couple things you guys probably notice. I got this weird ass scar like on my forehead. It looks like somebody like jabbed something into my forehead. And I'm carrying two swords like on my back.
I point to my forehead and I say, I have something on my forehead too. Helps me talk to animals.
What shape is the scar on your forehead?
Like it's just like a
Is
circle.
it a round shape?
Yeah, it looks like somebody just like drove a spike into my head.
How thick is the scar? Like, how thick was the thing?
Like pretty thick. Like
Okay,
it looks
do you
like I got
remember how
stabbed
lo-
in the head.
Like, do you remember how long this object was?
It was not a dildo, Mike.
I never said dildo. Why would you assume I'm talking about a dildo?
I don't know. You're weird. That's why.
I would
What type of
assume.
monsters do you hunt? And do you know? Does anyone know of the tales of your monster hunting?
Yeah, the head wound's not from hunting monsters.
Okay, you
Yeah,
walked
so-
into a door. I don't care. That's not what I asked. Who does any? Are your tales famous?
Yeah, so if people want to roll, what would that be? Would it be nature or arcana, Brent?
Well, history really,
Yeah, history, I guess. Yeah.
because we're like we're a pretty common thing. So yeah, basically we're essentially just like a bunch of mercenaries, and they do part of our like initiation is like we do this weird ritual.
Where you drive a spike through your head?
Yeah, like that's the end of the ritual, and pretty much it's like what happens after that is like between you and like the god that the Blades worship, which is Balinor.
Okay, but has anyone heard of your tales of adventure?
Me personally, probably not.
Okay. Then Gimdal Basley is on the case.
All right, I think that leaves.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I quietly stand up and say, "My name is Lucan Pine Shadow, a shadowy Silvari, a knowledge seeker. My business is my own."
Awesome answer.
That's not
All right.
ominous.
Do any of you guys want to bug Yudo about more details, or try to glean more info about him via like insight and such?
Is there any particular place we should be looking?
He says, he was holed up on the second floor of the library.
Hold
so
up. He was trapped there.
no, he was just this where he kind of made a little reading nook and he had his books.
Books.
One
Can't
got
hear
up.
a book. Yet.
His
What
staff is sitting in the
So
corner, right?
the person or thing took it from him like at the time, like he was
So he'd
robbed,
gotten
or
up for a moment to go like grab another book on a nearby shelf. When he came back, he saw some figures like running down the stairs and out of the library.
did he
Well,
catch what
tell
they?
us about these
Did you
figures.
did you see what they looked like?
They were dressed in the robes of most of the students of the college, so it could have been students, it could have been someone dressed up as a student. Wouldn't have been hard to make that disguise.
Do you know of anyone who would like to steal your spellbook?
I mean, any good wizard worth his salt has a number of enemies, but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would want to try to steal this spellbook.
Would they want to steal a different spellbook?
It's just kind of like, I don't know. He doesn't see why anyone would want to steal. If they knew of him and what his spellbook contained, he doesn't understand why anyone would want to steal an encrypted spellbook.
Let's be honest here. Was it a recipe book?
No.
It was porn, wasn't it?
No.
Wizard porn.
Well, it only took us an hour to get to porn.
So I asked him what he normally studies at the college. I don't remember if he mentioned that.
So he's a guest speaker at the college on different magical theories. So he's just kind of been an adventuring wizard up until this point. He's far from home, but he likes the city. Would like to make a good impression on the school.
How long ago did it get stolen? Like, how many days have passed?
It was yesterday at 2 p.m.
Okay, so there might be some sort of trail.
Yeah, that's why he called you guys together so quickly. It was
Okay.
like, the next day, come meet me for dinner. Go do this.
Yeah.
2 questions. How long have you been in the city, and what were you lecturing on? What's your area of particular knowledge?
So he's probably been in the city for a little over a month. He's kind of already set up his little, You note that he said he's only been there for a month, but he's also saying he has a network of contacts and all this other stuff. And he says he's been asked to teach on different areas of magical theory, such as, crafting, how spells are crafted in the first place and how new spells are found. So it's kind of like, an advanced class.
Okay. And while he's talking, so his staff is sitting in the corner, right?
Mhm.
And it's just like absorbing the light in that corner too, right?
It's not like super overt, but you just notice that like everything in that corner is a little darker than it should be, and it looks like the staff is the origin of that.
I probably need to roll an Arcana to see if I recognize what that might be, huh?
Sure.
Not great.
You are not sure what the heck would do that, but it doesn't appear to be magical in nature to you.
Huh.
What does the book look like?
He kind of holds up, and it's like, normal spellbook size, so it's something that's probably, 11 inches by 8 inches, and it's probably 2.5 inches thick. It's got a very dark, almost black-green leather cover with some silver latches on it.
Did I ever get my dwarven meal?
Do I think
Yeah, they eventually came out like while you guys are talking, and there was this giant stack of meat and eggs and bread and all the things that dwarves like.
What about the spices that would take the tarnish off of a sword?
You gotta bite into it first and find out.
Someone's gonna have the shits tomorrow.
I do just that.
That was the wrong
Chipotle.
All right, make a con save.
Make a con save. All right, with Constitution.
This is fantasy Chipotle.
It gives you underwear blood.
I was gonna say it's overly spiced even for your dwarven palate. You're like, oh damn, they actually spiced this properly.
Delicious.
Yes. You're not mad. You're just surprised that, oh god, they actually had the right spices out back.
18. Does this guy have ulterior motives?
You see that he seems more embarrassed that he lost this book than anything. You also pick up on that, like, he is, like, pulling the trigger on an idea that wasn't quite fully formed yet. That's why it's a little like, we're just going to meet in a bar and you're going to go do this thing.
That seems pretty typical to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the only other thing you might pick up with an 18 is that you note that he's only said his name is Yudo and he hasn't given any other details about his identity other than he's a guest professor.
Is he like a famous professor? Like, has he been around, or is he just like kind of
Arcana or history?
I will make a history.
I can do Arcana.
Wow.
Same roll.
I will do history.
We don't know shit about this dude, huh?
Hey, some rando.
He is a mysterious, dark-clad wizard that looks perhaps a bit young for his station.
Huh.
If what he claims is true.
Sorry, belated roll.
Belated Arcana roll. You've never heard of this dude, but you can definitely sense, like, no, this guy is a high-powered magic user.
And he said he was an adventurer too, right? Actually, I asked him, so what... You've been an adventurer before. How long? Or what got you into adventuring?
More of a family business than anything. He just leaves it at that. Like,
All right. Well, you guys ready to find this book?
Yes.
That's...
We should
Alright.
we should check out the
let's not-
scene of the crime first.
What
Let's knock
happened to
this
the
one out
thing
of
at
the
the
park.
bottom of my drink? And was it a worm?
so,
Try
there-
again.
no, so you get down toward the bottom. This little thing is swimming around. It is some sort of great kraken-looking thing. It slowly is running out of dark depths to hide in. What do you want to do about it?
I want to keep drinking.
You guys keep on drinking until there's no more liquid?
Is it an actual thing?
As you finish the liquid, you notice that this thing is still a solid thing, and it's kind of like trying to flop around a little bit at the bottom of your glass.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
I do that.
It feels slightly tacky and wet. 'cause it's
Eat
in-
it. I say eat it.
Eat
smell
it. Eat it.
It has
Y'all
a
can't eat it.
sweet and alcoholic smell.
I bite into it.
It is a animated candy that is now soaked in your booze.
I consume
I was
it.
hoping you'd make a con check.
No,
Oh, it's
no, the bar is
actually
not
delicious.
nefarious.
It's actually
This is the
poisonous.
fantasy equivalent of having Swedish fish at the bottom of your glass.
Nice.
Sick, bro.
How strong was the drink?
Your dwarven constitution, especially being a hill dwarf, you're probably fine. But you definitely are like, I couldn't have probably had two without having to start worrying about being a little drunk.
I order another one.
Oh, come on, dude.
For the road.
We need to go already.
Yes.
Everyone else is ready to roll.
God damn it. Gonna be that guy.
Is he just gonna chug it as we're leaving? Or?
Yes.
So they see you guys trying to get up to go, and that guy wants one more, and she's like, let me show you what we can do. So she makes the little tiny, like, sifter glasses you get for,
Give
like,
it to
stronger
Coco.
alcohols? Little tiny, like, 2-ounce glass. She makes a dark blue version of that without all the extra animation and just hands that to Gimdall.
It's one of those kids sippy cups.
Not even kid sippy cup. It's just a smaller glass with a dark blue liquid.
Of the same amount of alcohol and whatever.
And she's just kind of smiles at you.
I begin drinking it.
Make a con save.
Yes.
You are literally floored by how alcoholic this was. You down it, and you have to take a knee. Like, the edges of your vision slowly come in black a little bit and then go back.
I feel like I should order another one.
No.
She's like, I would highly suggest against it.
I'm not holding his hair.
None of us are.
What happens when I try to stand up and casually walk out?
You, as a dwarf, finally feel the rare feeling of actually being drunk.
Okay, give
Like,
me
you're not-
another one of those,
He
but
Just
Like-
walks into a door.
like in a to-go cup.
She's like, perhaps next time.
No, I gotta keep this feeling going.
She sighs. She gets like a little like leather pouch that's like waterproof, and then she hands it to one of the other party members to hold on for you.
God damn it.
Like when he stops weaving, you can give him the other one.
It's bullshit.
Got it.
And she points to this door. Will get us out easier.
Alright, let me just make my way to the door here. Hang on.
Yeah, there's
Hang on.
there's
Should we-
stairs.
Oh
Make a
shit,
dex-
there's stairs.
Ah!
Alright, hang on. I got this.
He takes one step
Good.
for like minute.
You actually make it down the stairs without hurting yourself.
Good. Like, who's this guy? Gimdall
as you
Basley,
guys make
at
your
your
way
service, sir.
He just asks him for a book.
What?
The guy looks at you oddly, but this is someone who wants to talk to you.
What do you need, my child?
He's like, I see you fine gentlemen just left the Blue Scroll.
No.
I seem to have lost my invitation. I would like to purchase one of yours.
No.
I take mine and I show it to him in front of him, and then I just rip it up.
Like, sir.
That was mean.
Is this a thing that you need an invitation for every time, or do they remember who we are now?
You don't know yet.
We'll see.
No one asked. Does anybody
I
want to
Guess
tell
we'll
this guy?
find out.
I try to go back inside.
The door is shut from this side.
I bang on it. Hey, can I come back in? I look through this. What is this? A window?
You see like the resemblance in like a recess in stone of what would look like a window, but you're actually facing out toward like a normal street, and you're like, oh, this is just like a faux facade.
What? I say
You
that.
can't see
I know,
anything
I
that
say
looks
that.
like it would open or move at all.
I knock on the door with my invitation in hand and say, how can we get back inside with these things?
No one responds.
I think that's like the fire escape or something.
The front door is actually the back door.
Yeah.
Yep. So does anybody take up this dude, who's very well dressed, on his offer to purchase one of your invitations?
I don't
Who
know
are
you.
you, sir?
Hmm?
Who are you, sir?
I am Guwalt Venfield.
Bardic knowledge?
Go for it.
Is that a thing? Where is it?
You can make a history, I guess, if
Yeah.
you college local. Now,
Yeah.
this guy is a local noble, but not of any particular import. Like, he's not high enough to be on the council or anything.
He
but
just
is
drives
part-
a BMW.
Well, like, his family may be important in certain ways, but he's not like the big wigs are all on the council, and he's not on the council.
Stop wasting our time with this fool.
Yeah,
We have things to do.
yeah. I'm
I
just
tell
like,
him, I would give you this invitation, sir, if you give me all of the clothes that you are wearing right now.
He looks at you and he's like, I got a better offer. I can give you 100 gold, worth far more than these clothes, for that invitation.
Sounds like he's got some really shitty clothes then. I twirl my beard and start playing my bagpipes as I walk away.
So,
Let us be on our way.
you guys walk off, but you notice that behind you, the guy looks a little pissed off. He thought he was going to make a deal. He's kind of moaning himself, like, you guys ruined the day. And he, like, huffs off.
Before he huffs off, I bow quietly and just walk away.
Yeah, he's gonna end up being the final boss, isn't he?
Just nobles being nobles. Remind me later at the end of the session, tell you what would have happened if you did sell it to him.
okay. Nothing good, I bet.
You'll find out.
Okay.
Oh man.
So,
How's my bagpipes?
they're bagpiping.
Pretty solid.
The booze must be helping.
Loosen up
Who
your
took
lungs.
my drink?
All right.
Oh.
After he leaves, I pick up the ticket fragments and I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Oh, where we at? Oh, there we at. Okay.
Who
Down a
took
little
my-
bit.
Who took my drink?
I want to say the Dragonborn.
I need that.
I don't have it.
It was very pointedly handed to one of the party members.
Like I said, called not it.
Not it.
Is he still, like, stumbling?
Make another con check. Mike. He is no longer stumbling.
Losing my buzz.
I hand him the drink.
Alright, alright.
I snatch it and walk away.
I'm gonna AFK like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay.
How long can I keep this buzz going?
Okay, at this moment, you guys notice that my Dragonborn face starts to, like, look rotted. And, like, you can see, like, bones. They're, like, half of my face is no longer, like, scales and flesh. And he sort of, like, waves his hand, and there's just a flash of magic, and he looks normal again.
Okay. I cast minor illusion on your face. Turn you into a human.
Is it just his face? Like, does he have a dragonborn body and a human head?
Yes, I said face.
That's awesome.
Well, actually, Mike, with that 10 con save, you take the swig of the second one.
I'm sipping. I'm trying to sip.
You realize that now that's in your system, even though you think you're over it, it hits you hard enough that you have to sit down.
From a sip?
You are up against that wall.
From a sip. I sipped it.
Yeah.
You guys were talking smack about how poor ass their drinks are going to be and couldn't get a dragon drunk.
I never said any of that.
The group.
But it was said.
So you're like, oh god, what the hell was in there?
What was in there?
You're not even sure. Like, you are a brewer, but hold on, let me see. Where is? So, you feel like it was some hard alcohol that you kind of can vaguely taste, but it was somehow fortified to be like several times more potent.
Instead of
Magic.
Bacardi 151, it's 251.
Yeah, like it has about as much alcohol content as it possibly could before it caught on fire from the air.
So is Jack Daniels' father, John
It's-
Daniels.
It's just pure jet fuel.
Jack Daniels Sr.
But it tastes good. You're like tasting your way through it and you're like, dear God, this is a lot of alcohol, but it is yummy.
I take the drink back.
No, you don't.
Make contested athletics.
I say at disadvantage, but
Yeah, Zach gets it away. Takes what's little bit of the pouch is left. He's like, all right, you gotta...
What little
Can-
bit? I sipped it.
There was only like 3 sips in that thing anyway.
Damn.
All right, so you guys, now we're all back. You guys made it to the college campus. The campus kind of guards. You're gonna vicious mockery the undead dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him a fucking pansy-ass elf maiden. I can't handle drink. Can't even handle someone else's drink, let alone his own.
All right, so Zach, make a wisdom save for that.
Ah.
You meet it, so you're fine. Hold on, I got
This defender
Yep.
wins.
Yeah.
yeah, it's meter beat. So Zach, you can now also make, if you feel so inclined, a charisma check.
Okay. What's that do?
I'm going to tell you in 1 second. All right. You are in control. You, with your revenant nature that you haven't really fully expressed to the party, get a little ticked off that he just tried to hurt you for taking away that little nip.
I
Your
didn't try to
sword
hurt him.
tried to tell you, simmer down. And you're like, no, backseat this.
Okay. So,
You can do what you feel like.
all right, I'm going to use the Pact of the Dread Mark, and I'm going to hex him. Sorry, I have to look up hex.
X just happens.
Yeah, I know. I just don't remember all of the effects.
So you can pick a save that he has disadvantage on, and you do extra damage to him if you decide to hurt him.
Yeah. All right. You have
Trying to find
disadvantage on
a cool icon
con
for that.
saves.
Did con
What?
saves?
Yeah, he has disadvantage on con saves, and then I throw the drink back at him.
So you catch it.
That's me standing up.
All right, so you wobbly get to your feet after catching the pouch. All right, so meanwhile, you guys have gone through college security, said what you had to say. You're up to the library. You go in and you have to hand over your weapons. And then you guys are allowed to discuss among yourselves how you want to investigate.
We should probably check out where he said he lost it first. See what we can find there.
Yep.
Agreed.
Okay. So that's on the second floor. So if you go straight up on the map, I'm going to ping it. Meow. There's a little chair and a desk in the corner on the balcony.
Oh, okay, I see it. If you shift ping, you can have everyone, yeah, like that. That moves everyone's focus there.
I can drag everyone's tokens that haven't dragged it.
LOL.
And yeah, we're on. Technically, this is like a little mezzanine, so we need to be on the stairs or we move into one of the other rooms
Oh.
nearby.
Okay.
Ramirez.
Are
There's
there
a lot of-
Get to the
librarians?
mezzanine.
Are there librarians actively shushing people?
The students here are fairly well behaved, and you're kind of surprised. But there are librarians and students about.
So they would get mad if I played my bagpipes.
They would.
They're just a bunch of nerds.
I bagpipe quietly.
You can tell the lady that you passed on the way in. You're just like right above her, and she's like slowly eyeing you and deciding how pissed off she is.
I wouldn't be surprised if this school's library has like a zone of silence like area.
You don't want to find out.
This is my bagpiping quietly.
That's a cat.
Does a 14 find any clues?
All right, so you guys are rolling investigation.
Oh, yeah. Can I do like survival to see if there's any like person remains or whatever? What's the word I'm looking for?
Tracks.
Yeah, tracks, hair, whatever. Like
You can try it.
because that's kind of my thing, I guess.
So I got an 18 investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, Dave, is anyone glowing?
Like glowing how? Like with magic?
Revenant glowing?
Oh, in here? Hold on. I gotta make a GM roll. No.
Okay.
So, those of you that rolled investigation and got 16 or higher, where were you looking for clues?
I was looking
In the bottom of my ale glass.
You find
I was
only
looking.
disappointment.
I was looking where the guy said that he was sitting.
All right, so going over here, which is
Where
right
is
by
it?
the chair. Hold on, I don't have my cursor up. You find, you're looking around, and I mean, it's a library, it's used, so you're not 100% sure if other people have been in here or not. But you find a book that was kicked under the like little bench that's next to him for help stacking books. It was like kicked way under. And so you can pick it up and look at it, look it over. You see that the title of it is The Principles of Transcribing Arcane Runes.
Uh-oh.
Runes?
I found a book, guys.
Well, we're in a library, so
Reading the title, there's a librarian right there, right? Or is that a student?
That student, the librarian's right down the stairs that we're on now. 'Cause we're all kind
Does
of
it
stacked
belong-
up the stairs.
Does it say like property of so and so on it?
You open it up and you look through, and you can see like, the spot for a library card, and like, who's checked it out recently, and you see that it was just checked out the previous day, and has not been checked back in.
Does it say by who?
It says by Dorothea Nallery had checked it out yesterday.
Okay, that seems notable.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's checking over there. I'm going to check around the top of the stairs to see if there was anything left behind over there while they were escaping.
Around the stairs.
Yeah, like maybe something on the railing because they had ink on their hand or crap like that.
Hold on, I'm just going to zoom out. I'm also going to give you guys more of the library. It just exposed, 'cause it's not a whole ton that has to be hidden. So, some of the stuff down here probably still hidden. But you guys at least got a general layout now. What was... Alright, so you were looking around there. You're looking down around the landing and like other areas, and you don't see any obvious marks of ink or handprints or anything really out of the ordinary.
Oh, should we
Yeah.
talk to the librarians?
You probably should.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Bard. You should question the librarians.
I will also question the librarians. I'll ask them if they've seen the Yuto here yesterday. Or-
All right, so I'm gonna guess we use the librarian that's right at the bottom of the stairs.
Where is this? And do I have to
Yeah.
go downstairs again?
You don't have to. I'm just gonna say that's who you're talking to.
Where?
Is it where I
Right
am
at the
now?
bottom of the stairs, there's a lady with a big desk in front of her.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So,
I'm gonna.
well, Zach went first, and so she's like, "Ah, yes, Yudo was here yesterday. He checked out. He was looking at many a book."
Did you see anyone around him? Perhaps a student?
Students are in and out all the time. I didn't know anyone in particular.
Was there any student talking to him in particular?
I didn't hear anyone talking to him while he was up there. He kind of muttered a bit to himself, but I never saw anyone talking to him.
See. Now, around the time Yuto told us that the book was stolen, did you see any student running out of the library?
She like sits there. She's trying to think. She's like, I've seen students rustling out to class when they're late, but I can't. There might have been a couple running out around that time, but hard to
Anyone-
tell if they were running or just, late and going somewhere.
Can you tell me the name of the two that you're thinking of? Do you perchance know it?
Yeah, what was the name in the book? Like, drop that one. Be like, yo,
Dora
was it-
Faye Mallory.
Yeah, was.
Yeah. So saying Dorothy Mallory, she's like, oh yeah, that boy. He's in here a lot checking out books. He's part of one of the local chapter houses, Psi Z Epsilon.
What?
Chapter House?
Is he a frat boy?
It sounds like a frat house.
Yeah.
What do you mean by chapter?
Like essentially like a frat house, but
Okay.
like
Yeah.
they don't have the Greek
Medievally.
system in fantasy world.
I see. Thank you. Could you perchance tell me where that is?
She's like, oh, they're probably in one of the various houses the school leases for student dormitories. I would ask around some of the other students. They probably know where exactly it is.
Ah, thank you. I relay that information back to the party.
Anybody else going to go talk to some students?
Every time I try to talk to people, I scare them off.
Yeah, I stand out a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
It's fine.
I
Uh,
talk to people. What am I asking? I rolled an 18 for persuasion on the library lady.
She finds you very attractive, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't get any useful information out of her.
Are there any?
She clearly doesn't know anything other than the hard facts.
I'll
Which
go
she'll
talk to
find
one
out
of the
about
other
later.
students.
What
I'll go
was
talk
that?
to one of the other students.
All right. So you want to go talk to one of the students? You can make a investigation or persuasion check.
I'm
I go
gonna
with them.
persuasion.
Insist.
16 investigation. I asked them about whether they know Dora Faye.
All right. So between you and Lucan's rolls, you guys are also kind of novel. So the students are kind of like, "Why is there a Goliath and a tree dude? This is weird." So they're kind of coming up to check out what you're about. So you ask them about the chapter house. Is that what you asked? So they're like, "Oh, Psi Z Epsilon. Those guys are a bunch of nerds." They're like,
You're in a
Yeah,
library.
totally.
Well, yeah, but like, as far as a mage college goes, they're like the neckbeards of the nerd college. The mage college. They're like, yeah, they're like. There's a handful of them. They rent like a small house behind a shop. No one really hangs out with them. No one ever goes over there for any of the parties they try to throw. They're just like really awkward.
Do any of them stick out as being troublesome?
Not really. I mean, like they're a bunch of geeky book nerds. Like, and like and the students are fully aware. They're like, yeah, I sit around and I study magic all day, but like, God, these guys, they give us a bad name.
I asked them if they were in the library around the time of when the dude stole the shit.
These particular students weren't in the library at that time.
Okay.
Sounds like we should go pay those guys a visit.
Perhaps. Those who are walking around on the second floor can make perception checks.
I am not doing great tonight, guys.
21.
Fine.
I have not
So
rolled above a 5.
The Goliath, perhaps due to his large size and can seeing over certain things, notices shift ping. That lady over there in the corner of the second story. And you notice that she's kind of eyeing everyone, but she also has a little notebook and she's jotting down little notes.
Oh. I walk over to her.
So you go over and you talk to her, and she doesn't even really necessarily hide it. She's kind of like somewhat awkward, kind of quiet girl, but she notes that, she's a people watcher, so she likes to see what people do and like how they interact with one another, and she's made notes. So if you make a persuasion check, she can share her notes from yesterday.
Yeah, I'll do that. 18.
Cool. So she's like, yeah, sure. So she's like happy that people are talking to her, and yay, Goliath. And she's still, again, novel. People are like, oh, wait, why is there a giant dude?
I give her a high five.
Is she trying to touch his chest and shit?
She's not quite that awkward. It's just more of like, this is novel. Like, they've never seen a Goliath in the city before.
Yeah.
Like, maybe on a family trip to the countryside, they might have seen a Goliath, like, walking around in the distance, but they've never been this close.
I pat her head.
And so she kind of smiles, and she hands you, like, her notebook, with, turns it to the correct page. There's a bunch of detailed notes on Yudo arriving, setting out his books, getting a couple other books. Like, he's kind of got this regimen set up to kind of study, and he was copying a couple of things from some of the library's books into his books. And then she notes that he gets up, like he had an epiphany and ran off to look for another book. And in that time, 3 members of YCU, which is the nickname for Psi Z Epsilon, taking something from his desk. She couldn't see from her vantage point what they took, but they left immediately. And then there's notes that Yudo comes back and he starts studying, and all of a sudden, a moment later, he's like fishing through his notes and he's trying to look for the book. He can't find it. He's looking around. He reorganizes all of his stuff, double checks, triple checks, and he's like, crap. And then she sees him pack up his things and leave.
Okay, I close the book and I thank her for letting me take a look at it.
All right.
What was her name again?
Her name is Priscilla Karator.
Priscilla.
Priscilla.
Priscilla?
Yeah.
With a K?
So Priscilla, your face. That right?
Yeah, if you take the size of her, you're not sure if she's going to be a good criminal investigator or a good serial killer later.
I asked her if she works for the library.
She's just a student that's really interested in people watching.
Okay, that's creepy.
There's different areas of arcane study, and charms and doing things to manipulate people's emotions. Having a good insight into how people already operate helps a lot.
Majors are weird, man.
I
The
guess.
fantasy equivalent of a psychologist or sociologist.
Yeah,
Or
essentially.
psychopath.
Or, or a
like I said,
psychopath.
you get the feeling of you're not sure if she's going to be CSI or the CSI people are cleaning up after.
Can I make an insight to check that?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
You get that that's about all you understand. It's you're like, she's a 50-50 coin right now.
Be nice to her.
All right.
To be fair, never mind.
All right, so you guys want to go try to find this frat house?
Yeah. Let's track that
All
shit
right.
down.
Did her notebook show any names, or did it just she didn't see him at that vantage point?
She noted that they were the kids from Sizes Epsilon, but she didn't write down any names particularly.
Okay,
Like, it's her notebook, so she knows who they are.
got it.
All right. So you guys ask around, and we can just dustly this of, like, you guys get directions to where this frat house is. It's nothing secret. And so
On our way, I thank the librarian for her patience.
she's like, you're welcome.
You there, random peasant. Where is this place?
So,
We're missing.
You guys-
No, we're not. Never mind. Sorry. Ignore me.
yeah, no, it's fine. Let me zoom in my map a bit. So you guys come down this street that's outside the college district, and there's this sort of typical architecture where there's a street, there's a little bit of an arcade to kind of block the sun and the rain, there's a shop, and then there's a little hallway next to the shop that will lead into a private quarters.
Towards
Wait,
the entryway.
we're at a shop?
Yeah, so you guys have come to like where you know that this door should lead to their frat house, but you're noting that this is the kind of typical architecture. There's a shop right here, and then there's this hallway that will lead to the living quarters behind the shop.
What's the shop? Just a generic store?
So you guys can pop in if you want.
I walk in.
Hold on. Layer, token layer. And I'm going to come back to token layer. Alright, so this is the Dragon's Vault. You see a shopkeeper who's a tall male tiefling named Visigli. He has a young daughter that's helping man the shop with him. And when you walk in, she's just, like, her eyes just light up. She immediately recognizes, like, this guy's an adventurer. He's a Goliath. He's gigantic. He's got weapons. This is awesome. She's like,
Quick question: is she glowing?
she is not glowing.
Okay.
It takes me a moment to realize when you're asking if they're glowing, it's not asking if they have current magical effects.
That's what I was thinking. Why are you looking for glowingness?
He's seeing if he has a beacon of hate over them.
Yep.
Oh.
We don't know any of that though.
Yeah. You just see him like,
Just see him scanning everyone every time.
So this shop has a bunch of random goods. You see some potions on the walls. You actually see one suit of armor on the wall. And so it's kind of like a random eclectic collection of wares that this guy is selling.
Is this the shop that buys all the vendor loot from other adventurers?
You're not... Is anybody in there to shop and want to see the item list?
Well,
Well,
no.
Let's not get
I
too
don't
distracted,
think
gentlemen.
well, I'm browsing more to just look interested.
Do they have any bumper stickers that say Bort?
No, they're out of Bort stickers.
Ah.
I am unaware of this meme.
It's a thing from The Simpsons.
Okay.
Bart was
Well,
looking for
here.
a name tag. They went to Itchy and Scratchy World or
Okay.
whatever.
Nope, I got it now.
Yeah,
That's just an old reference.
yeah, yeah. We're old.
Well, here, I ask, are they always working in the shop? In particular, yesterday around 2-ish?
He's just like, yeah, I'm the only one that runs the shop. My daughter comes here to help me sometimes.
Did they happen to notice a couple of the YCU, I think it
Yeah.
was? Guys kind of come running up to their door and running up to their house.
Like, he thinks, and he's like, I didn't notice them running in or anything like that, but I mean, they kind of come and go throughout the day. I don't really notice it.
Okay.
The walls, fortunately, around the shop are a little thick, so He doesn't hear them too much.
Did they try to sell you a book recently?
No. They haven't come in a while. They came by to say hello at one point, and that's about it.
I'm gonna leave the shop and I'm gonna go through the other door.
I'm
Okay.
following the big guy.
Fortunately, this door is unlocked. Because college kids don't lock doors behind them all the time.
That's good.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second before we move your tokens in. Ba-bam. So there's this entry passage, and about 2/3 of the way down, you see this little thing on the ground, and then it scutters away around the corner.
What does it look like?
Make an Arcana check.
Is it a monstrosity?
Hold on, I can find out.
I'm
in a
asking because
second.
that's my favorite enemy.
I'm looking at it. Hold on. No.
Okay.
I
I have no idea what that
Zach
is.
is the only one that saw it so far that understood what it was, and he just thinks those little homunculus just ran away.
Ah.
I believe we have been detected.
I mean, they wouldn't know what we're looking for or why we're here, so not
One of the
really.
group-
Doesn't
Sure.
really matter.
Show up at your door. Exactly how would you respond?
Wondering why they're here.
Well, let's find out what they say, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Continue on towards the door.
Let's do it.
All right, so as you guys move in, there is this hallway that the little thing ran off on, and then there's a door down the end of the hallway directly opposite.
I say we move up towards where the homunculus went.
All right, as you start moving up, do any of you guys try to look toward that far door?
Yeah, I'll take
yeah,
a look.
sure.
So there's a small amount of glass, like at the top of the doorway. Make a perception check.
God damn.
Talking about the door at the end of the hallway or the ones that Goliath is in between?
The end of the hallway where you're next to.
Oh, okay.
Did you actually move all the way up to it to look through it?
Yeah, slowly to kind of see what the heck's with that door.
All right, so you go down to that door. Because you got that close, I'm going to reveal what you can see beyond. You see a little courtyard, but the thing that notes, normally this is just, a little bit of a grassy, well, it's mostly stone with a little bit of a grassy center that's open to the sky. You're a little alarmed because the grassy center that's open to the sky, it appears to be raining blood.
What?
What?
That's interesting.
Well,
Wait, slow.
I'm not gonna go that way.
You're like, what the shit?
Guys, there's blood raining in the courtyard.
Okay.
I draw my sword.
It's gonna be one of yeah. It's gonna be one of those days.
Yep. Do you guys want to check out either of these doors down here before you move up?
You mean like next to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
check
I'll
them
look.
shits.
I'll look through them.
All right. So opening one on the left, you see what's they call it the hall. It's essentially like a living room. You got random accoutrement and a bunch of random student stuff are everywhere. And you open up the other one, which is an office, which has a little bit more bookshelves and a little bit more of an official study area.
Is
and
there
there's a
anyone in
chest in
those
the
rooms?
corner. Huh?
Is there anyone in those rooms?
There's no one in these rooms currently.
Are there any books lying about in either of these rooms?
In the office, there's a bunch of bookshelves with just typical, looks like college texts, just kind of stored.
Okay, nothing that looks like our book.
Now,
Right.
and there's a little like a foot locker in the corner.
Can I see anything across the way here?
Sure. You see another little bit of hallway
Okay.
with 2 doors.
But there's just blood raining everywhere.
Just in the center. So let
Yeah.
me draw that. So it's like. Wait, why is that doing that? Draw a square. I don't want to draw that. Hold on. Sorry. Delay of game.
It's
Close
okay.
enough.
When you're done,
Inside the green square, which I'm going to make red, is blood.
Okay.
And it's not like pouring horror movie, but it's like, oh, did it start raining? And then you also realize the raindrops are red.
Yeah. That's freaky.
Do I see it affecting the plants at all?
The plants are getting like a coat, like a little misted coating of red blood slowly trickling down them. And it's not like disappearing when it hits the ground or anything. It's slowly starting to kind of pool and make everything wet.
Hmm.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm taking a closer look at that footlocker. Does it appear to be locked?
So you can open it. There's a couple things inside.
Okay.
You find an iron figurine of a raven and 2 rabbit fur bound books that are blank when you open up, like leaf through them. And there's a coin pouch with a bunch of gold in it if you want to try to count it.
Here, I'm gonna add that to the loot sheet. What was that stuff again?
So it was an iron figurine of a raven.
Okay. Figurine.
I will
Raven.
point out I'm not taking any of this stuff.
I was gonna say, are you guys planning on taking it or not?
No, it's not my stuff. I'm
Okay.
just looking.
You're just looking.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is the red rain coming down, is that technically water?
Blood is made of water.
Partially water.
Okay. Can I cast Destroy Water?
If you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Destroy Water, which destroys up to 10 gallons of water in an open container within range. Alternatively, you destroy fog in a 30-foot cube within range. Would you say that affects rain as well?
I would say you cast that like in the center of that little courtyard, and you notice that all the blood that was pooling on the ground kind of disappears, but the rain is still coming. So the grass looks nice and pristine now, but now it's continuing to rain, and it's going to slowly redo what already happened.
Oh, poop. Okay.
So you guys want
Alright.
to move upstairs?
Yeah.
Quick
Oh, yeah.
Arcana check on the little iron raven.
It is not magical.
Okay. I just put it all back as close to as I found it as possible.
Yeah. So if you guys move up 2 squares from the top of that little map, you'll see where the stairs go.
Ah. Up
It's
yonder.
great with the big party because we can't go anywhere real easily.
Yeah.
And as you come up the stairs, this little fucker is like, "Nyeh," and like runs into this little room. And you hear like high-pitched squeaking.
Now at this point, they're just being super obvious, I feel like.
Yes, that does seem like an accurate description.
We going
Yeah, so
after
you're
that
upstairs,
thing?
you see a hallway, and then you see this like little, they got like a little bit of furniture, and there's like some paintings of like old chapter members. And that's about all that's up in this hallway.
Are they all wearing like fedoras and shit?
There's a little wizard hats, some of them,
The neck beards are actually neck tentacles.
They have Cheeto dust on their face.
Potentially, I mean, some of the older ones definitely look far cooler than the newer ones. You're not sure exactly when it changed.
Everything's different now, man. Thanks, Obama.
So where do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to follow that thing into that room, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, what's that little shit doing?
Yeah, I'm curious.
All right.
Yeah, I run after him.
So, you open up, or you walk into the bedchamber, which had the door somewhat ajar already. There are 3 students inside in this bedchamber that overlooks the courtyard outside. They are standing, kind of opposite sides of the room. The one guy in the middle is sitting there with a book open on the floor. But you step in and you can tell something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Glowing arcane etchings have scored themselves into the floor and the walls, pulsing with a cyan light. You can make an Arcana check.
Just him or anyone that can kind of see into the room?
Anyone who can kind of see in.
Oh, hey, I know something finally. Maybe.
All right. Arnold and Lucan. As far as you're concerned, from your understanding of magic, some rules of magic were bent, if all out broken by these idiots. You've heard of similar things with like chaos sorcerers, like causing random crap, but this appears to be like on a new level. You're actually somewhat concerned they might be tearing a hole in reality.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So as you guys like look at this and you ponder over it and you're like, what the F? Like a little bit of arcane energy shoots out and a bunch of random crap happens all at once. The 2 kids on either side of the room look like they have no idea what the hell's going on all of a sudden. Let me see if I can add. La 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 la.
Ah!
Yeah. This kid. It's a different token. And I get to roll something cool. This is the encounter that in my DM notes is called the Clusterfuck. This kid's skin changes to dragon scales.
Huh.
The one in the center, right?
Yeah, the one in the center, he looks a little out of it too now. And like his skin went from humanoid to like dragon scaled all the way down his skin. And the little homunculus is just like cowering in the corner like, what the F?
But nothing's happening to the other 2 in the corners. They're just
The other
like
2
freaked
look
out.
like they're dazed or something. Like there's something weird going on with them. And if you want to enter the room,
Not really. Should probably get that book closed, though.
Yeah, I'm
Books
gonna
on
try to
the
close the book.
Right?
all right, so you step in. You start to glow with arcane energy, but you feel really awesome. You feel nothing but joy and euphoria about everything that's going on right now.
My revenge is near.
What?
Yeah, you're all like, wait, what did he say?
What did he say?
I try to close the book.
The book appears pretty hardly latched open, and as you try to force it shut, you hear like a clash of energy from somewhere else in the house.
Huh.
And it looks like Mike moved in, which is a hilarious side effect. Mike's character moves into the room. If he tries to speak, he cannot, but instead bubbles come out of his mouth with images of the intended content.
I'm starting to recognize what you're rolling.
If he sings, does it like show the music notes?
They'll show either music notes or the intended lyric as like an image.
I don't know that I want to look.
So I can't close the book. There's like an energy crash somewhere else.
Yep.
Okay.
A bunch of speech bubbles fill the room as he tries to do a performance.
Wait, can I read the speech bubbles?
What's it say, Mike?
Just playing music.
So it's a bunch of random music notes.
Well, no. Random notes in a song would sound terrible.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying, like, you see, like, we can hear the music, but we can also see your intended, like, score of music over your head. As like a thought bubble.
So yeah, I definitely try to go, or I run out, like looking happy as a clam towards wherever the noise is.
All right. At this point,
I'll follow
I'm
him.
going to have everybody do initiative because this will make things a lot easier.
Sure.
And I also need to get something open over here. There.
Can you make my initiative 13? I have advantage because I rolled twice.
All right, hold on.
Apparently, I backed out of the game.
Oh no.
Done
Oh
that too.
no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah!
All right. So I figure out a better way to do that. Hold on, let me. Add turn. That thing's got. Just gotta set up all this stuff. Teen. Mike, you need to roll initiative.
I already did.
Where was it?
I was the first person to roll.
18. Okay, you didn't add it to the order.
Yeah, you have to select your token to add it.
I got it. Sort. Descending. So, Mike, what do? You continue playing?
Who are we fighting?
You don't see anyone immediately to fight. You just hear this kind of like crash from across the house.
Then I hold my action.
All right. Lucan, what do you do?
So it was across the house. Is it on the same floor or a different floor?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
You would guess that it's on the same floor, just the hall down below, or the living room, looked like it was a double height space, and it's making the sounds kind of echo weird.
Ah.
You think it might be the other side of the floor?
Okay, so I kind of have no clue where this thing is exactly.
Well, you think it's down the other end of the building?
Like over here or whatever.
No, over here.
Oh,
where I
over.
just-
Okay.
Wait, which color? Green?
Green.
Green.
Oh,
Like there was another door down the end of the hallway we didn't go into yet. We're like, might have been over that way.
okay. Well, head that direction cautiously. Should I make another perception check?
Sure.
Yeah.
You hear something moving.
I stand ready with my sword, sort of waiting for the others to catch up.
Okay. Hold on. Where's all my notes? All right. Jeff.
All right. Did you say that there was any runes in that bedroom?
Yeah, you see like arcane runes have like etched themselves into the floor and the ceiling and the walls. And they're what's kind of like pulsing with like arcane light.
Okay. I'd like to move into the room. I want to grab this guy and throw him out the door. Like back into the antechamber.
All right, so as you are about to grab him, you end up over here. And like your perspective shifts. You can now make your athletics check to throw him, but with disadvantage. As you're like, wait, what the hell?
Oh, with disadvantage?
Yep.
You say athletics?
Cool.
That is
You
a
still
good roll.
totally do it, but you are thrown off for a moment. Like, I just moved 5 feet that I didn't move.
But I still did it, though, which
Yeah,
is
so
pretty
this kid like
impressive.
stumbles out into the hall and he's just like, what? All right, and then it goes to my dude, who was kind of keeping an eye on our rear, and he's going to step up here and be prepared to throw stuff at the door as well. Arnold.
Well, I'm gonna like, I don't know. Can I try to snap that kid out of it? Like, just like smack him upside the head and be like, "Hey, get a hold of yourself."
Make a Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana.
He seems to be under the effects of confusion.
Okay. So that's
So
not
you might
gonna do
go
much.
Smack him out of it, but you'd have to smack him hard enough to force a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
You're like, he's pretty harmless at the moment, though. You haven't seen him like lash out or do anything. He's just kind of like, "Brr."
All right. I might just, I don't know. What do I got? Can I just like unarmed strike him? That's like a point of damage or something, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do an unarmed strike. I don't have proficiency on that though, right? So it's just my strength, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do I smack him?
It doesn't take much to smack him.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if he snaps out
Yeah,
of it.
and it's like 4. It's just like 4 points of damage because my strength modifier.
He does not snap out of it.
All right. Well,
His head just kind of like rocks back, then he comes right back over and smiles at you.
all right. Well, I'm not getting anywhere with this, so I'm just gonna move down here and help you guys out with whatever's about to burst through the
Yeah.
door or whatever.
Yep, and fortunately, you are correct. Things are about to burst through the door. These things have a speed of 20. So, I'm just going to reveal the area because you're going to see inside a little bit once it opens the door.
What the?
There is a bunch of random shit, and these little fuckers start climbing out.
Are
and
those
climbing
like
up the wall.
snake cockroaches or some shit?
Make a knowledge arcana check. I think that would
Is it a monstrosity?
make an
Sure
arcana
looks
check.
like one.
Well, it's if it's a monstrosity, I get advantage on my int check.
It's an aberration.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I'll just do Arcana. Do I know what this thing is?
You think these are goddamn Nyogi?
Nyogi.
Yeah, these little guys look like hatchlings. They're very small.
What's a
Right, you get-
Nyogi?
I'll tell you in 1 second. But you also
Okay.
notice a much larger one in the room beyond.
Yep.
Nyogi are hateful slavers that consider most other creatures, even weaker Nyogi, to be servants and prey. A Nyogi looks like an oversized spider with an eel's neck and head.
Huh.
The creature can poison the body and the mind of its target, able to subjugate other beings that are otherwise physically superior.
Damn.
And they are definitely extraplanar.
Yeah.
With the 20, you get Volo's note here that I have from the book in front of me.
Oh, nice.
The great monster cataloger, Volo, says, "Damn eel spiders want to enslave us all, and they don't even taste good."
So you
this
guys,
little
yeah, you guys just hear Arnold like kind of sigh, and he's just like, "Don't eat these."
guy, you're just like, wait, what?
Why would I?
All right, so only 2 of them can reach Steve, and they do not have a great attack bonus, but we're going to see. That's 9. Ooh, and a 22. So I'm guessing a 22 will probably hit you.
Yeah.
All right, fun times. So you take 2 points of piercing damage, and two points of poison damage. You are very lucky. Make a con save. You are fine.
14. Yeah.
All right. So these little guys came running out, and you notice that they're not on the floor. They've actually stuck to the walls and come toward you. And it goes to Zach, who is still really, really happy to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so I run out over here. I assume I can't move through Steve up here?
No, because he's kind of engaged in melee at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so...
You could try an acrobatics to tumble through.
So what?
You could try an acrobatics check to tumble through if you wanted to.
Can I breathe over his shoulder?
If he lets you guide him aside, you can.
Steve, do you let me guide you aside?
Sure. Because I'd like to not get burned or whatever.
Alright, so still laughing. As I exit the door, am I still euphoric?
You are still pretty damn happy to be here right now. Like, you know what you need to do, but you just seem like the happiest damn Dragonborn ever.
Okay. I run up behind him, laughing. And, nothing can stand in my way! And then I breathe a cone of black fog over them.
Nice.
It's a dex save. The DC is... Hold on. 13.
They meet it, so they take a bunch of damage, but they're not dead.
Yeah. Actually, is it for half damage? I'm just assuming that.
Yeah, for your breath weapon.
Yeah.
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 Because it's like a one-a-day thing for you, so...
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. There we go. Sorry. Grabbed shit. Trying to update all their HPs. Alright, then it goes to the big one. What the hell does it do?
Can I make my action now?
If you want. Are you going to?
Yes. I need to move where I can see this thing.
You can't easily do so.
You can probably peek around the corner there.
Yeah, you can kind of see some of these things on the wall, but you definitely can't see the big one.
Okay. Is it within 30 feet of me?
The big guy or the little ones?
All of it.
Direct line of effect, yes. Line of distance to walk there, no.
Yeah. Someone needs to move out of the way.
We're working on it.
I cast Unearthly Chorus.
For awesome background music.
Yes. I
Okay.
choose loud and obnoxious dwarven metal.
Okay. So, it is this dude's... Why do they do that to me? Hold on 1 second. I gotta get a spell up. Why does this website suck? It's the one that Brent gave me.
Hey, it's a poor craftsman who blames his tools.
Well, I'm searching with specific terms and it's not updating the table. Okay. And it is... So you see this thing kind of shimmy into view for a second? It saw that Zach just vomited a bunch of energy at its little babies. And it's going to try to shoot some Eldritch Blasts.
What's the damage type?
Force.
Okay.
And I take it a 20 will hit you.
Yeah, 20 will.
So they have...
Actually, I guess I'll pop shield? No, I won't.
You take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then it kind of scuttles back into the room.
I look rotting again.
Lionel.
Move here, and I will. Let's see. I will cast Bless.
Bless this post.
Who gets blessed?
Steve, Zach, and God. Who's playing Arnold?
Brent.
Spaceman.
Brent.
Oh,
3 in the
shit.
front. Orbs. I already did it.
Yeah, there's a 3 in front.
I want to do my own orbs.
What's Bless do again?
You had a
D4 on all your
D4.
attack.
Yeah, attack rolls, saves, and ability checks. I think.
Nice.
Attack
Then
roll or
it's attack
save.
roll or
Sorry.
saving throw.
Yeah.
But generally, if you're doing like an int save and you have proficiency in int saves, you're fine. Cool. Goes around to Gimdall again. You're gonna hold your action until people move.
Yes.
Okay. Lucan, you got 2 guys up on your face.
All
It's
right.
your I skipped you. Go ahead.
Jumping around. What?
No, it's your turn. I just accidentally hit it twice.
How could you? Okay. It's wing it. First one. 21.
That will hit.
Cool.
Nice.
For 10.
It's dead.
And that'll actually be it.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you only have 1 attack right now.
Yeah, and I can't really move.
Okay. Hefe.
What else do I see in this room other than these 2 guys?
You see these 2 guys, you see Homunculus, you see a book on the floor that doesn't seem like it wants to move, and a glowing light show of arcane runes that are embedding themselves into solid material.
They don't look like they could be washed away or anything, do they?
Not at the moment. They seem to be pretty glowy, arcane, and they don't think you can magic eraser them at the moment.
Okay.
Also note that it's still raining blood outside.
What does the book look like?
It looks like how probably Yudo described it. It's a spell book of the appropriate thickness with the silver latches and the kind of dark green, almost black binding.
I wonder
And
if
you
this.
said it doesn't.
Sorry.
You saying it doesn't look like it can be picked up?
It looks like it's being ornery. It doesn't want to be picked up at the moment. Like there's a bunch of energy coming out of it.
Can I try and pick it up?
Try.
I try and pick it up.
Make a strength check or a athletics check.
I'll make an athletics check. A nat 20.
The book did not seem like it wanted to get picked up. I mean, you're like, oh, even if you weigh 25 pounds, I don't care. I'm a Goliath. And you just freaking pick up the book. You're like, simmer down, book.
You successfully grapple the book.
Yeah. The book's kind of just quivering in your hands at this point. Like, you have no problem holding it up off the ground, but you can tell it's like it's not necessarily like the book's alive, but it's like thrumming with energy. Like something's wrong.
Can I close it?
Make another athletics check, and I'll let you do that in the same turn. And pick it up, and be like, no, stop it. The pages stay open.
Okay.
It's like, no.
And you said this was green and black, so it looks like the one we're looking for, right?
Yeah, you're fairly confident based on the description. This is what we were looking for. Those that want to can make an investigation or an arcana check for the moment, free out of turn.
Okay, can I try and move out of the room?
Yeah, you still have your move action.
Okay, I move out of the room.
Okay.
Oh, I
book in
know,
hand.
even though I'm not in the room.
I know something's up.
All right. So, several things happen. First, Arnold, your current guess from the way Yudo described how encryption works, you think these kids tried to break the cipher and totally fucked it up.
Oh man.
So, like, you're actually surprised anything happened.
Yeah.
You're like, no, that shouldn't have worked at all. But somehow, they forced magic to still work, and it just like divided something by 0, and everything is wonky.
Yeah.
And now that he brought the book closer to you guys, who is not currently under an effect? Mike's under an effect. Like next closest is Brent.
Yep.
You shrink 1 foot.
Oh.
It has no mechanic thing, but you just all of a sudden notice like bloop, you're smaller.
I am short.
My character,
Damn, now I'm ugly and short.
kind of gets like he moves his hand like he's about to go into his action soon, because it's his turn coming up, and everything kind of like flickers through time. Like you see after ripples of all of his motions.
Trippy.
Lionel feels something happens to him, but he doesn't know what yet. And
The worst kind.
Lucan, you also get hit by something that will likely trigger on your turn. So that'll be fun. So my character,
What happened to me?
you all of your major thoughts and speeches come out as like bubbles. Like you
Oh.
physically cannot emote like verbally. So if you're like F you guys, you just be a middle finger comes up as like a speech bubble.
Okay, I'm gonna use persuasion on this guy here to tell us, help fix this.
Which guy?
He tells us he has to go to the bathroom. We see a poop emoji.
The bard's speaking in emojis.
Yeah, the bard's speaking in emojis, and the only person that's within like earshot or eye shot of you that isn't one of us is like drooling and like, what? Dude, you're speaking in bubbles.
Whoa.
The bubbles. The bubbles.
So, my dude is going to try to use acrobatics. Doesn't do great, but he kind of hops up and gets himself, kipped up on the wall, like to try to just get over people's head. And he doesn't get a good enough foot, so he's only going to be able to throw 1. And he totally misses because he doesn't get good on his acrobatics. And so he sees him throw a dart, and it just kind of goes into the far room.
All his time shenanigans are fucking him up.
Yeah, like it looks really cool, but he totally fucked up everything. Like he's like super slow-mo and like ripple-y through time, but it's just like, right, my flow. So now it goes to Arnold.
Alright.
And you grow 2 feet.
I grow 2.
Now a foot taller than normal.
Alright, awesome. I think I'm just going to try to hit one of the dudes in front of Tree Man with Produce Flame. So
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
Bolt.
11.
That will hit him.
Alright, and yeah, 5 fire damage.
Alright, and that kills that one.
So like I do some weird rune bullshit and then fire shoots out of my hand.
We'll clear out that little section in front of Steve. For now.
Okay.
Then it goes to these 2 little fuckers. I have anything else?
Oh, I forgot
No.
to add the D4 to my thing, but whatever I hit.
Yeah, it was super dead.
Yeah.
All right, one of them is gonna scuttle up on the ceiling and then come back down right next to Arnold.
No.
You're like, no. That is. I did this roll already. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
All right. This other one's gonna move up next to Steve, and gonna do the same. And 9 does not hit him. Zach, you're up.
Okay. There's that one that's right behind me, right?
It just like climbed up the ceiling, like around you, and like back down behind you.
Bonus damage, bonus round to hex it. And then, 11 slashing damage.
Blade of
You
Vengeance.
Totally decimate that thing. It's like, no.
Alright. Cool.
Like
That-
your sword scores like a huge cut through the wall, and like that corner is like partially missing now.
And as I do it, I shout, "Death couldn't stop me! Why do you think you can?"
Everyone's like, what? All right, then it goes to the big one. What is it going to do? Why do you not do things for me? There you go. Steve, make a wisdom saving throw. You are fine. You sense this thing tried to cast some sort of enchantment on you,
Oh, hell no.
and then it scuttles back into the room. Like, Lionel.
All right. Can I? I'll hold my action for now.
Okay. Barty McBard.
Can I move into this room at all?
You can try an acrobatics check to get past everyone and that thing in this cluster F of a hallway.
I thought you could move through friendly squares.
I'd say just make an acrobatics check because it's pretty tight quarters to kind of get under everybody. I'd give it to you. This little guy might try an attack of opportunity if you
Well,
go
no,
any
it
further than
doesn't
you do.
move out of it. Yeah, only if he goes further.
He's going to go to there.
Yes.
Okay. You see the little thing like try to reach out toward you, but you just stay enough out of its reach. What are you going to do?
Does this creature do when I approach them? The big
The
one.
big one or the little one?
The big one.
It is looking at you menacingly from the backside of the bedroom.
Utilizing my unearthly chorus, I now cast suggestion on it.
Which is a wisdom save.
Charisma save.
Charisma. Okay. What's the DC?
I attempt to beguile it as well.
What's your DC?
Not
It failed.
sure.
Should be on your spell sheet.
It wasn't listed there.
It's on the top. The spell sheet.
Should be 8 plus your proficiency plus your charisma modifier.
Yeah, so likely a 12.
Proficiency. Sure.
All right, so yeah, it totally failed. So what's your suggestion?
I tell it to have a drink with me. And then I
Just
pull out that little to-go cup filled with that powerful alcohol.
All right. Well,
that's
it's not
great.
its
I
turn.
said you should have a drink with me, and we should be buds. As I continue to beguile it as well. Does it fail my beguile because it's friendly with me now?
How do you beguile it on the same action?
Bonus action. From
Just like
my
you can do as
unearthly
bard?
chorus.
Okay. Hold on. Could you just give your turn? Hold on. Let me double check. I'm not doing things wrong because these things are complicated.
They're spider eels, like.
Oh, so Justin is a wisdom save, and unearthly
Oh.
chorus is a.
Hold on. It rolls again because it has advantage on these shits. Still fails.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Okay, so it wants to have a drink with you. And then for the beguilement, no. So I'm just trying to see, does it do it immediately? I'd say on its turn, it'll move over to you to have a drink.
Yeah, and be my bud.
Okay. Lucan, it's your turn. Or Lucan. But Lucan.
Steve.
So do I notice that this thing is? Well, actually, I guess the first question. No, just attack that thing in front of me. Kill off the last little one.
Mm-hmm. You hit it.
Sweet,
It totally did.
sweet.
Little
And
shit.
can I push past?
Nobody attack this, or my effect spells will end.
Well, I can still move into the room, assuming I can get past you.
Yeah, you can move through friendly squares. I think it's like
Yeah.
difficult terrain or something though, so it's like double movement cost.
So I should at least be able to get just inside the room.
Yeah.
And do I notice it's behaving differently than before?
You notice it really wants to now walk toward the front door and get a drink. Like it has its like little claw out and it's like looking at the bard.
All right, I'll hold my action then.
Okay. Jeff.
So I'm going to try and attempt to close the book again. I'm going to also move back 5 feet.
All right. Also, Steve, I forgot. Make a con save. You erupt in shadow.
Wait,
What?
bless also saving throws, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
94.
Hold on. On the off chance that helps. 13.
Not quite. It's not too bad. It's just like there's now like an aura of darkness around you.
Darkness, no parents.
Like magical darkness?
Yeah, you're like, wait, what? Why do the lights go out?
Watch out for magic missiles.
And Jeff, roll your athletics to try to close the book.
14.
So you're able to shut the book, but you notice that it's still like humming and moving about. Like it's still definitely charged with energy.
Okay. Can I put it in my backpack?
Yeah.
Okay, I put it in my backpack.
All right. Your backpack now feels like a massage chair.
I smile.
All right, and then Shard. I take it people are going to let him pass by. I can get just inside. And he's like, what? Actually, I'm going to go right here. He's just like, okay. Sees this thing was looking a little charmed, and then we'll actually... Actually, no, he wouldn't have gone that far. I think he's just going to move up to here. Good enough. Arnold.
All right, I guess I'm gonna move into the room, but like he vocalized that like he charmed it or
Come take a
something.
drink.
Right? Yeah. So
Actually, he didn't vocalize it.
yeah, he chat
little speech
bubbled
bubble
it.
came out with like a mug of ale.
You
and, like,
can
a
read
thumbs
what
up.
I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Mug of ale, thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna shit, I don't know. Where should I plop, guys?
Not in front of the creature.
Not in front of the creature. Alright, yeah, so I'll just move up slightly, I guess, and hold my action.
Yes, trap me in front of and trap me in the room with the creature.
It's fine. We'll
Yeah,
go
don't
in
worry
with
about it.
you. If shit goes south. I got my silver sword out.
Goes to it, which, seeing a dude in some darkness in its way, it climbs up on the ceiling and over him and then snakes its eel head down to drink that drink.
All of it.
So you want to make a con save is your intention?
Well, if you made me sip one thing and make a con save, and there are how many sips left?
Also, it doesn't have the dwarven fortitude of drinking.
Yeah, it also didn't have several drinks already.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you said that they made this a bet as a dare.
Yeah. It looks like what the F just went into me.
I take drink with me.
I'm gonna give it another charisma save to snap out of it, because that booze was enough to make it mirror, but it still doesn't break out. Like, its brain is murky and it's like sticking to the ceiling, but like one leg kind of like hangs weird, doesn't quite stick, and it's like, what the F?
I was going to ask, does alcohol that powerful count as an attack?
It's kind of like a poison.
There's no hostile action. There's no hostile intent.
Yeah, it pretty much wastes its turn drinking and then trying to figure out life after drinking.
Rough.
Okay. So Hex moves over to it as my bonus action. I don't know. What do you guys think? Con or charisma?
Con.
Alright. It has disadvantage on con save. So if I hit it, does it get to make a save against the suggestion, or does the suggestion automatically break?
Any damage or attacking action will end all of my spells against it.
We gotta attack it eventually, right?
Yeah, but it's my buddy. He's gonna drink with me for the next 10. Unearthly chorus lasts for 10 minutes, and suggestion
Is 8 hours.
Oh god.
suggestion up to 8 hours.
Yeah. Is Unearthly Chorus a concentration spell, or is it just a duration?
One action concentration.
So you technically can't have both up, so probably you would do the Unearthly
All right,
Chorus.
Then I did the unearthly chorus, and then it ended when I did my suggestion.
Okay.
So
Your cool
just
background battle
attack-
music drops.
Okay. I guess I should make an acrobatics check to try to move forward.
Are we still fighting or?
Yeah, oh no, it's still like around and things are still weird.
Alright, so 15 enough to move through everyone?
Yeah, I'd say because like we're mostly friendly and that thing's like hanging off the ceiling.
Yeah. Is there enough of the alcohol left for me to take a swig?
I think it downed what was left.
Okay. And I'll just move over here.
Is there enough of the alcohol left for me to allow you to take a swig?
With what little bit was left, it's gone.
I took one sip out of it, Dave.
Yeah, but they didn't give you a lot to take as a roadie.
You
So
said
there's-
there were at least 4 sips.
And that thing is 15 by 15 feet. Its sip is
Yeah,
much bigger
and
than
it
yours.
drank left the rest of it. That's
Yeah,
what
and
I mean.
Bogart did the rest of it.
Alright,
Good.
so it's actually... There's nothing left to drink. I think I'm just going to attack it.
Dumb.
So, blam.
I yell at you.
That will hit.
Vengeance.
5 plus 1d6. So, only 9.
All right. Its suggestion ends.
Yeah, don't wait for everyone to get into the room to get flanking and wait for everyone to be able to attack it all at once and hold actions and whatnot. Just immediately run up and attack it. No big deal.
I'm happy right now, man.
Yeah, you don't care.
You're happy, but you're not stupid.
I don't know. He is undead and have unquenchable need to kill.
I don't accept that he's super happy. He doesn't feel angry anymore. He's literally a creature of wrath and vengeance, and now he feels happy.
I'm happy that I get to wreak my vengeance. You know, so far as I'm concerned, like, I'm happy, and therefore things are about to go well for me. Like, killing this thing is going to lead me on the next step to getting my vengeance. You know, like, everything is coming up thereof.
Why do revenants have to kill? Why can't they love instead? I love killing.
Yeah, like that.
All right. So,
Hey, Dave,
Zach.
is the 13 on the turn order? Is that all the little spiderling things?
yeah, they're dead. I'm going to delete
Okay.
them.
Deleted.
There it goes. That took a while. So, Zach, Steve, Mike, and me make strength saving throws.
Like what?
Strength saving throws.
Does it fall on us?
No, but it does.
Arms of Hater.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
God, what a hater.
13 to me and Mike
13 what?
damage. And 6 to the other two.
That's necrotic, right?
Yep.
Ah, sweet. Half to me. So is half of 3 1 or 2?
1.
Yeah, so it's 6 rather than 14. Then that's 6 rather
Oh,
than
it's
7.
6. Oh, so it's 3, right. Yeah, sorry.
And then it stays within your guys' reach, but shimmies back a little bit. Mike finds himself unable to make a reaction against it moving away. And it goes to the paladin.
I can move through my allies here. All right, I will do a double move to end up here,
Okay.
and then as a bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on it.
You got Hunter's Mark too?
Yep.
Do they stack?
Well, it's for you only, so I think so.
Oh.
Like, only the caster gets the benefit of it.
Yeah.
So I would assume they stack.
That's me.
Right. Now it goes back to Mike.
I cast Vicious Mockery on the Wrath guy.
Make a wisdom save.
I assume that's me.
Yeah. You're fine. That was Mike's turn.
No, I leave the room.
Okay. Lucan,
Okie doke.
make your con save again. It stays with this little shadowy thing around you.
Yay.
You still see that it's like right up next to you, so it doesn't really affect you.
Oh, okay. So it's more just a general
Like-
visual effect.
Everyone else is having weird ass magical effects, and you're like semi anti disco ball.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let's see. First, I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind, because, heck yeah. 1d10 plus... Sweet. Back fix. And attack and action surge to attack again.
Okay.
Ah, not that. Misclick.
And don't forget your D4 from Bless.
17,
Both of those we
21. Sweet. $18.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
It is still up. Jeff.
I'm gonna try and knock some sense into this guy.
Pimp smack your
So-
ass, fool.
So should I like do a strength check or what should I do?
How do you want to handle it? How are you approaching snapping him out of it?
I yell at him and I like kind of pick him up, like slam his back against the wall.
All right, so then I'd say make a strength check to slam him.
Athletics or just strength?
I'd say strength to pick him up and slam him.
Nope.
He's pretty light, and you're kind of able to jar him, but let's see. He still doesn't snap out of it.
Why are you eating other people's lunches?
He's like, ooh.
Can I like
Uh,
slap him a little bit or is that too much?
I'd say for your turn, picking him up and slamming him against the wall is probably the best you can do.
Alright.
Like, hi! Alright, Shard is not happy that he took a lot of damage, but he's going to try to do some damage back. So, he's going to... Nope. And nope. He totally fails at everything. He's
Wow.
going to back away.
And shame.
Alright, am I up?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna boop. And yeah, I guess I'll move right here. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark him also. And I'm gonna attack him with my sword. Silver type. Because it's a weird monster. Hold on.
You get the D4 as well.
13.
No.
Dang. Alright, I think that's it for me.
Alright, just remember you have Hunter's Mark. There we go. Here's a second crosshair type.
Well, the
thing.
first one's there, so.
Yeah, but just kind of mark those two of them.
Okay.
Zach.
So many debuffs.
He's still on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Alright, can I move underneath him?
Yes.
Alright, I will move over there. Does that count as flanking?
Technically, yes.
Okay. Are we doing flanking rolls or are we doing Brent's?
We'll do the -2 to AC because I feel like advantage is a bit broken.
Sounds good. I'm going to use my bonus action to put my Hexblade curse on him, which does stack with Hex. And as I do that, I shout, "Fuck this one in particular!" And then I will roll damage. As soon as I find Roll20 again. There we go.
Nice.
That'll hit.
Alright. And then he also takes... so
20.
Damn, dude.
Does not look happy. And it goes to it, and it is definitely not happy. So it is going to try to bite you.
Bite me, doughboy.
That's a 6.
Does it fall off the ceiling?
No, it's just kind of snaky head comes out. And it's like, meh. And then it's going to try to claw you as well. which also misses.
I like how you're rolling as Shard.
Eh. All right. Lionel.
We just figured out the campaign, guys. Shard was the bad guy the whole time.
He's actually controlling with his mind.
I'm at this thing with my halberd, or try to.
Yeah, I think
That'll
you did.
hit.
Halberd strike!
That's why I didn't show the damage, I don't know.
You just gotta click on halberd and it'll pop open.
Yeah,
Click
it's not
on it
doing
where it goes
damage.
into the chat client.
Yeah, click on the chat button there. Yeah.
Chapel?
So if you go to the chat part where it says 20 halberd plus 5, if you click on the halberd there, it'll show the damage.
You can't click other people's things.
I tried.
Oh, I think this is
There you go.
Alright,
Also,
there you go. 9. And then
Hunter's Mark is
Hunter's
another
Mark.
Nice.
And then I'll use my Smite
Smite that hoe.
to add another 10.
Nice.
All right. It is not looking good, but you also, because your random effect hasn't triggered yet, end up teleporting down here in the hall. You're like, wait, what?
Also, Dave, I realized that I added my proficiency bonus as a +3, but it was only a +2. So he has 1 more HP.
Okay. Mike, what do you do?
I move into this room.
Okay.
What are these guys doing?
This guy in the middle looks euphoric and isn't really doing anything and kind of staring out the window. And the other guy in the corner is mumbling to himself. And then this little thing in the corner is like crying, essentially.
Is he euphoric because of his own intellect?
You don't know. What is the contents of your speech bubble?
I asked the little thing why it's so upset.
You're like, question mark, saddy face?
Is there any sound from my speech?
No, like you make no audible noise whatsoever. You literally have like a speech bubble emoji of what
So I'm the
Can't detect
fucking
that.
creatures that Jack saved at the beginning of the new season.
What?
What?
Nobody watched the the new season of Samurai Jack.
Nope.
Y'all are a bunch of faggots.
I don't got cable.
It was on the interwebs.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, you try to talk to the little thing, and it just like looks to its master, looks around the room, and it kind of just like throws its little arms up, like meh.
I play some placating music. Tell it to calm down. Can have a drink with me if it wants.
Kind of just rocking there on the floor. This little homunculus doesn't know what to do to make of life with this like room being a portal or something weird. It likes your performance, but it's still like this thing's scarier than your niceness. And it goes to Steve.
Okay. Well, do what I'm good at.
Finish.
Oh, what am I good?
That echoed weird, and it was awesome.
That'll hit,
Cool.
and you kill it.
Nice.
Good, because I was going to re-roll.
Plop. All right.
Nice fight.
The hum of magical energy in this whole second floor kind of ceases at that point when this thing's gone.
Ah.
Jeff's massaging backpack stops massaging him,
Aw.
and the kids snap out of whatever weird haze they were in.
Was it a purple haze?
Probably.
It could have been. And so they're like, "Wait, what? Why are you in our dorm?"
I grab him and I shake him. I say, "What did you do?"
We grabbed a book and we were trying to copy some spells.
Poor life.
I say, "You had no right to mess with things you don't understand."
You tell him, buddy.
We're
they
sorry.
do.
And I like throw him against the wall and say, "I'm done with you."
The kid just kind of slumps, like looking around that like most of the arcane runes have disappeared, but there's definitely still like some leftover score marks like in the walls. And like he sees like things have definitely gotten weird and there's all these adventurers crowding around his little house. They're all just like, "Whoa, what the F happened?"
I asked him what his name is.
This is the actual kid that checked out the book the other day, Dorothy.
Oh, Dorothy. Cool. I'm telling the headmaster that you were doing things not, you were doing bad things. Tell him what happened.
Like, oh, shit. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Do we know who his friends are?
There are two other kids from the same frat. The one in the middle seemed to be the one that was really, like, conducting the thing, and was, like, the most infected by it. He's kind of shooken up by it, and he's like, "Wait, what the hell did we do?"
I make sure to get their names, too.
Okay.
Snitches get stitches.
Wait, what's
I
in
say
this?
bitches get stitches.
Yeah, they seem apologetic. They're like, "We're sorry we stole the book. We thought we understood it, and things just got really weird when we started trying to recant the spell."
You're lucky we came along when we did. Don't
Thank you.
mess around with things beyond your understanding.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything in this chest in this room?
Yes.
Just take all their crap.
There's a bunch of stuff in there.
Is this
There
their
is-
asshole tax?
There's a carved wooden staff, a small silver mirror, a leather talisman, a rabbit fur talisman, a fine cloth sash threaded with copper. They got some leather boots with silver buckles, a leather coin purse, and then a sack of copper coins.
Nah.
Yeah. If they had any more magical books, I was going to be taking that. I don't think I want to leave magical books with these particular idiots.
No, you don't see anything. The only books you saw were down in the office, and they were like Intro to Wizardry.
How to
My
get
first
people to
spell
like
book.
you.
Yeah, things
Okay.
all bitches love.
Get that bitch a ladder. Bitches love ladders.
Wow, my character fails at everything today.
I can literally give a bitch a smiley face right now.
I believe you. Hey, did anyone need a heals?
It's not going to be consequential as we're going to be wrapping up pretty
Oh,
soon.
yeah. Okay.
Why not a long rest? So, do you guys want to go check out anywhere else in this weird?
I checked the courtyard.
Yeah,
All
now
right,
that it's
so you go-
not raining blood anymore.
Yeah, the blood is gone. Well, the blood stopped raining. There's still some like redness seeping into the ground, and you see a set of stairs that goes down to like a root cellar.
I'm going to go down into the root cellar.
Root
I will join
cellar.
you.
2 squares down.
And there's no other doors or anything on this floor, right?
On the second floor, no. On the first floor, you see one more next to the courtyard.
I'm going to search the room.
Yay.
And,
Searching the room, you see a bunch of crates and like wares that are kind of stored down here. Anybody else want to make an investigation?
Yep.
Perception check?
Make
Yep.
sure they don't get any more fucking stolen book bullshit.
All right.
I
The
don't
only
know
thing you guys note out of place is there's another kind of nice chest hidden behind some crates over in the corner.
I open it.
You explode.
Oh,
No.
right. You see a staff with a snake motif, and then there's a bunch of silver and some gold hidden in it, like in like a sack in the chest.
There's not like a name or anything on it, right?
There's no name on it. Anybody have detect magic or want to make an Arcana check on this staff?
Sure.
There we go.
The -1 net 20.
Wow.
-1 nat 20. Knows exactly what this is. This is a staff of the adder.
Oh, this is that one that turns into a snake or some bullshit.
Yep.
I say we take it as asshole tax.
Yeah, we leave the gold. We'll take the staff.
All right. Take staff of the adder as loot on the loot
All
sheet.
right, I'll add that shit.
I take gold.
You're gonna take all of it or some of it?
Where is it?
It's in the basement.
I'm gonna take all of it. It's gold.
You take 80 gold from their stash of funds.
Really? Taking from college kids?
Hey man,
No more beer money.
college kids summon demons.
College kids who summon extra planar creatures.
Unintentionally, but yes. So you guys ready to beat feet, or are you guys gonna check out the last room?
Let's check out that last room. Up,
Sure.
This
Alright.
one up here.
Yeah, it just happens to be their kitchen.
Oh, is there weird
It's one
shit
of
in
those
the kitchen?
No, it's just a normal college kids' kitchen, so make easy to make
How much food is in it?
Not a ton. There's just enough to get by for the next couple days.
It's like ramen and canned beans.
It's more like cheese. It's been soaked in wax, so it can be cut off in chunks that don't get rotted, and then like a bunch of bread.
Oh yeah.
Cheese and bread.
Yeah.
I take half
And-
of the cheese.
Okay. You have half a wheel of cheese. There's
What's
also
up
probably
that
some like salamis and other crap hanging from the ceiling that are like dried meats.
I take the meats.
All right.
What's out that back door?
It looks like a door that goes out to just like the back alley, and then you can see there's like other similar doors like all the way down the alley where it's like a communal emergency exit in case of fire, but otherwise it doesn't look like it's used.
I leave out the front.
Yeah.
Right.
Get out.
So as you go out the front, the tiefling dude comes out of his shop and he's like, "What the hell was that?"
Cleaning up after your
Neighbors.
your mates here upstairs.
Neighbors.
They're no friends of mine, but all right. That sounded like hell itself going on up there. It's ironic
You
as
might say that.
It was a little hellish, I guess.
All right, well, as long as that's not going to happen again, I guess it's all right.
No, it should be good.
All right, so you guys head off on your way. He goes back
I
into his
cast
shop.
minor illusion and create a hellhound.
He's kind of backs way into his shop and locks the door. So, because it's getting late and we have work tomorrow, you guys get back to Udo at the Blue Scroll. Despite one of you tearing up your invitation, you guys are let back in, and you're kind of given smaller, more permanent cards.
Sweet.
To note that you're a member, and you all get 200 gold from Udo.
Sweet.
If you relay any of the information of what you saw, he too is very shocked that anything worked whatsoever with them not being unencrypted properly. But he's like, I guess if you forced it enough that something would happen, but that doesn't make any sense to him, so he's a little concerned.
Yeah. So looking at that.
Yeah. He's going to look over his book and make sure there wasn't like damage to it or something that they did stupid trying to make it work.
I tell him the names of the kids.
He's like, all right, I'll have words with the dean.
Perfect.
I just
Alright.
realized we should have asked them why they took that particular book in the first place. Like, what made them single him out? Damn it.
Well, I mean, we can retcon that of pretty much like they heard that this like really powerful wizard had come to their college, and then he left one of his spell books alone, and so they were like, "Oh man, we get to copy some really high level spells," and then realized it was encrypted and tried to figure it out themselves rather than just like returning it.
At what point did any of that seem like a good idea? Man.
They wanted to be the cool kids at the frat house that could cast, you know, really obscure esoteric spells that no one else knew.
There is no price on knowledge that cannot be paid.
Fair.
Oh, and then table talk. Now that we're done and we're going to wrap up, if you had tried to sell your invitation, and you're told kind of this afterwards, when you get your final card, you're going to get your hand stained like blue, like a die pack. And whoever takes one of these cards that's not keyed to them, it will knock them out.
Neat.
So what would have happened is that guy would have taken your invitation, been knocked out. The gnome bouncer would have come out and just dragged him into their root cellar.
Brutal.
Yikes.
Yeah, he would have been like, wait, what?
Fruit cellar?
Root
Root.
cellar.
That's where that lady stays.
What lady?
From the Evil Dead.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But that is it
Someone's in
for
my
session
fruit
number 1.
cellar.
Sweet.
Woo!
Skills.
Thanks,
I,
Dave.
Hopefully enjoyable.
Yeah, good run.
All right.
Um,
Rippin'.
We bouncing?
Yeah, I think we're out.
All right.
See
Later,
y'all later.
everyone. Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Dave.
Thanks for
Nice.
running, Dave. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Spaceman out.